Guys, I know Valentine's Day already passed, but look. I got some command strips. It's a heart. Oh, that's so cute. That's really nice. I do like hearts. Got like this knife also. Look at this. This is so satisfying. Listen to that noise. That's so satisfying. Check that out. Looks like I know what I'm doing. I don't. I just like going. Dad gave me that prized possession right there. I'm just fiddling around with stuff on my desk. Got a microphone sitting here just because, you know, why not? YouTuber stuff. Got a Gatorade bottle. Before I throw that away. I'll do that. Anyway, hey guys, what's going on? Jeb here, and in today's video, we're going to be doing some technical analysis on Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency markets because, guys, over the last couple of days, Bitcoin has continued that downtrend in a pretty major way. Bitcoin's pulled back nearly $1,000 in the last 72 hours, guys. Originally, we predicted Bitcoin pulling back to between $8,900 and $9,100. So in today's video, was I vindicated or did something else going on in the news cause this pullback? We're going to be discussing all of that and more in today's video. By the time you finish watching this video, you should be able to walk away with a much better understanding of why Bitcoin is trending to the downside, where the bottom is, if the technicals even matter right now, because there is a very important news event going on, and how you need to look at trading this market so that you guys can retain your profitability, hopefully load up on some more bags, and, you know, at the end of the day, it's all about making that dough, so let's do that. Anyway, guys, without much further ado, let's go ahead and dive right on into it. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to mention, this video is sponsored by coffee. Get yours at a kitchen near you. No, but seriously, guys, this video is sponsored by CT2A because the price on CT2A will be going up permanently on Friday. If you've been thinking about joining the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy, now's the time to do it because you are never going to get it for this price again. And hint, hint, some of those coupon codes might still work. Try them. Or don't. You can pay the full price if you want. I'm not complaining. Anyway, Bitcoin. Right, let's do that. Too much coffee this morning, I swear to gosh. Anyway, guys, like I said, on the 23rd of February, which was about you... What are you doing? Go away. Anyway, on the 23rd of February, as I was saying, Bitcoin was trading around $10,000, and from there, we have entered a pretty steep downtrend. As you can see, the degree of this is something about that many degrees, whatever that is. Probably about 45. I'm not a mathematician, but all I know is there's a pretty steep downtrend and Bitcoin's been moving down pretty quickly here over the last 3 days. There's also been quite a big development going on the geopolitical stage over the last 3 days, which we'll get to in a little bit, and I'm going to kind of jump around because we just got a community guidelines warning, and I think it may have had something to do with me talking about it, so we're just going to be a little bit nebulous about that. But before we get to that, I do want to mention the S&P 500 because the S&P 500 is taking a nosedive. This is really important. It's going to tie into what we're talking about here in a minute. Guys, stock markets have entered a major correction ever since about Thursday, since that news, which I'm not actually going to mention the name of, started getting big over in the East and now on into Europe. Guys, Alessio Rastani talked about the correction here on the stock market and said it had absolutely nothing to do with that news in the East, and just that the S&P 500 and the other markets were too far away from their 200 daily moving average, and it would be healthy for them to correct down there. Totally agree. That is a big part of it, but I do think this news is having something to do with it as well. If you guys can't infer what the news is, you're just going to have to go and check the news because I don't want to get another community guidelines warning. Thank you very much, YouTube. A video just went up on the channel about that. Anyway, the S&P 500 is probably going to pull back to around $304, where that 200 daily simple moving average is, and we're probably going to see something similar happening on Bitcoin. Global markets, all of them, especially travel markets right now, are taking major dumps as the global economy slows down just a little bit over fears of the news. And frankly, that looks like exactly what Bitcoin is doing as well. As you can see, we've fallen below the 50 daily simple moving average, and we're currently pulling back to the 200 daily simple moving average around $8,900. But wait, there's more. There's actually more sitting around $8,900, and that would, of course, be the 20-weekly exponential moving average, which is sitting at exactly $8,828.92. Got to be accurate. We put a horizontal line right there, and then we also put a horizontal line right around $9,100. Then we're going to find a zone of support right around here. This is what we've been talking about for the last week and a half. I've told you guys that it would make a lot of technical sense for Bitcoin to pull back between $89,000 and $9,100, and that seems to be what Bitcoin is doing right now. The problem is that doesn't necessarily mean I was vindicated on the pullback and the correction that I called over a week ago and all of you guys made fun of me for. I'm not necessarily right because this news might be causing this, and this might not be partially a technical factor on Bitcoin. Now, to be very clear, we discussed the Heikinashi and the MACD in yesterday's video. That is not Heikinashi, that's Heikinashi, and how Bitcoin was having red Heikinashi candlesticks and how we had not had a MACD cross to come in and actually cross bullish to reassert Bitcoin's dominance dominance and keep it moving to the upside. We're still bearish on the MACD. This is all very true, but at the same time, that news seems to be affecting every market on the planet right now. Even though the correction on global markets seemed to have been warranted anyway, as they were already very overextended, the news seems to be part of that. Do you see what I'm doing here, YouTube? I'm trying not to say what the news is because you gave me a community guidelines warning. I'm looking at you, Team YouTube. Help. Please. Anyway, with that said, there is one market that we need to look at because it has been doing very well lately. That would, of course, be the GLD Trust, and pretty much anywhere else you can look at the gold value. As you guys may know, gold has already been in a run and has been doing very well since we got above $130 here on the GLD ETF back around halfway through 2019. We've been doing well anyway, but over the last 2 weeks, as the news has been impacting the global markets, gold has been rallying because, as you guys know, gold is a major hedge against traditional markets. When traditional finance markets, when stock markets are in pullback, you tend to see gold doing very well. We saw the same thing happen following the 2008 financial crisis. During the crisis, we pulled back a little bit, but following the crisis, as people had less and less trust in the banking system, gold moonshotted and more than doubled in price. A similar thing seems to be happening right now, as we've been overdue for a recession on global markets for 10 years, and the news seems to be very bad and worthy of taking down my live stream. I really don't know if that's what caused it. I just think it's funny to say the news. I have no idea why YouTube did that. YouTube, please watch the video. Help. I don't want a community guidelines warning. I didn't do anything. I'm not actually mad. I'm just making fun. Anyway, guys, what I really want to drill home here is that Bitcoin needed a healthy correction anyway. I really didn't think 14% or whatever this was, 11%. I really didn't think that was enough, guys. Bitcoin normally pulls back 40% on these corrections. It's early in the market, so maybe 25 or 30% would be warranted. But honestly, $8,900 is a pretty strong level of support. I would like to see Bitcoin, not go below the 20 WEMA or the 200 daily SMA. I'd like to see Bitcoin not go below these two levels right here. If it does, it's not the end of the world. There is more support, but seriously, guys, especially with the news going on, we need to be very careful of what Bitcoin does, because Bitcoin has not seen a crisis like we're seeing right now on the geopolitical stage. This is a global issue that is going to affect every market known to man, and we've already seen that start. I completely disagree with the idea that the pullback on stock markets and everything else has absolutely nothing to do with it. Normally, news doesn't have a lot to do with markets. I think it's overplayed, but when you're having a slowdown in some of the world's biggest economies because of travel restrictions, then yes, there is definitely a chance and definitely a reason to believe that the correction has something to do with investor fear over the news. With that said, we've never seen how Bitcoin reacts to global crises. We've never seen how Bitcoin reacts to world health emergencies. We've never seen how Bitcoin reacts to any of this, and we've never seen how Bitcoin reacts to a stock market crash. We've been discussing the idea of Bitcoin having a rally when the stock market is crashing, but we don't know if that's going to happen or not. Right now, Bitcoin is testing and trying to fall below $9,000, which is an important part of that zone of support. Let me show you what's going on. Updating in real time as this video is being recorded, Bitcoin is down below $9,000 on Coinbase, as you can see. Well, you can't see it's off screen, but Bitcoin for a second there was trading at around $8,995, testing that level of support. Guys, I've talked about all the technicals already. Go back and watch some of our other videos. I've talked about a lot of them here and today. The point here is this. Bitcoin is in correction. Bitcoin is in a little bit of a free fall, but we have strong support beneath us. That doesn't mean that support is necessarily going to hold, because like I said, we've never really seen how Bitcoin reacts when the world is all bracing for impact on something like this. And by the way, there's nothing to really be scared of, but you do need to be ready in your personal life as well as with your Bitcoin bags, because one thing I'm going to tell you guys, and by the way, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't know your personal situation. Don't sue me. I would appreciate that. But if Bitcoin does fall down to $8,900, there's a pretty decent chance that it'll fall below it. So I'm not giving you guys a long signal right now. That is not what I'm saying. I'm saying that Bitcoin is above strong levels of support, and we could be looking for entries for long-term investments. I'm not saying to go long right now. The trend is your friend until it ends. Bitcoin is in a downtrend. That trend has not ended. The trend is your friend until it ends. That being said, we don't know where exactly the bottom is, so it's kind of dangerous to be shorting right now also, considering that bottom seems so close. Here's what you want to do. If you're going to trade this market, you want to be smart about it, because you can very easily get screwed when Bitcoin is very close to its reversal. If Bitcoin does indeed reverse somewhere down here, you don't want to be trading right here. You don't want to be trading right here. You want to be trading right here. After that trend reversal has happened, after it's confirmed it, after we've used some technical indicators to prove it, this spot right there is where you put in a trade. Be careful of shorting this market, because the trend is your friend until it ends. We are in a downtrend, which would mean shorting, but that trend could be very close to ending. So be careful with shorting right now. Look for a potential long position if Bitcoin has a large bounce. Only only if we have a major correction. And really, this is a little bit too low. I'd be talking about like up here somewhere. If Bitcoin bounces that far, maybe look into it. And that's going to really depend on the technicals at the time. It's hard to tell. I am not trading this market right now because we are seeing a lot of extra technical factors going into it, like a major crash in stock markets, a rally in gold, and of course, the news. So guys, here's my plan for this. I'm going to keep dollar cost averaging right up until the cows come home because I am happy with buying Bitcoin at any level below $10,000, quite frankly, because that is going to be a grain of sand in 20 years from now when Bitcoin has reached mass adoption and is still moving towards even larger adoption. I don't care about the exact dollar value I get in on. I hope you guys realize that. I'm looking to load up on long-term positions right now, and I repeat, I'm not looking to put a trade in right now. As you guys know, when Bitcoin is being affected by outside factors that are not necessarily technical, it's very hard to make sure your technical analysis is right. Technical analysis works best in a vacuum, but Bitcoin is not in a vacuum right now. There are things going on the global stage right now that are going to impact markets around the world, and we don't know exactly how they're going to impact Bitcoin. So that, to me, means keep out of your trading positions, just keep investing. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play it safe because it's hard to tell exactly where Bitcoin's going to go. If you want to scalp a little bit on the 1-minute chart and you know what you're doing, feel free. I'm not your mother. I don't think. That'd be weird. But I'm cautioning you guys. You need to be careful right now because we're seeing some very strange movements on Bitcoin. We've just bounced $50 on the chart right now. That same chart I just showed you where Bitcoin pulled back below 9,000, it's at 9,030 right now. There's a lot of volatility in the market. There's a lot of uncertainty in the market. Now is not a time to be getting cut with a falling knife. So anyway, guys, that is going to wrap it out for today's video. I have a very busy day planned, and as you guys can see, I'm pretty excited about it, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Before I go, though, I do first want to mention that CT2A has another 2 days before the price of that course increases to $249 forever, and you will never get it at this price again. Guys, CT2A is worth every single penny. As you can see, I've gone ahead and added an updated bracket here to show you which videos have been updated. How to set up and use TradingView has been updated. It's a 35-minute long video. It took me an hour and a half to record that and 10 hours for Taylor to edit it. It's a fantastic video. Support and resistance has been updated. CoinMarketCap and more has been updated. It's actually new. The new video on trend lines is in. It's right there. And I've already recorded how to read and use candlesticks, how to use Heikin-Ashi charts, RSI, and RSI divergence. All 4 of those videos are going up pretty soon. And actually, this video is already updated. I just haven't put the bracket there. I guess I forgot. Professional YouTuber here. Wow, this is really weird. There's like 2 of me. Oh, if only I was wearing the same shirt. Guys, CT2A is worth every single penny, and I highly encourage you get in now. It's a one-time fee. I'm not going to make you pay again in a year. There are no hidden fees. It's $199 up front. Join with the link in the description down below. There's no free trial, but there is a 14-day money-back refund guarantee, which kind of makes that the same thing, isn't it? And yes, you can pay in Bitcoin. Just shoot me an email. We'll get that worked out. I'm about to deal with a Bitcoin payment on the course right now, actually. There are well over 1,000 students in CT2A, and they absolutely love it. I was on stream the other day, the stream that got taken down for reasons that are still unknown, and I said, hey, if you guys are in CT2A, love CT2A, and recommend CT2A to other people, put a 1 in chat. We got 17 ones. I counted. If you don't believe me, join our Discord server down below. Feel free to talk to some of our students in private where I am not privy to the conversation, and they can be totally honest with you because they don't have my best interest at heart. They'll probably have yours. So go ahead and talk to them. I feel totally confident in what they're going to say because I know the product that we've created. Anyway, guys, like I said, since all of this new content is coming out and since it's so good, the price of CT2A will be increasing, so I encourage you guys to go ahead and dive on into it. The link is in the description down below. Anyway, guys, I have to go because I have a very busy day planned, so that's going to have to wrap it out for today's video. Before I go, though, I do first want to thank each and every single last one of you for watching, as always, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace!